NFL. Yesterday, Mahomes told reporters, quote, "I've always said I worry about legacy and winning rings more than making money at this moment. We see what's going on around the league, but at the same time, I'll never do anything that's going to hurt us from keeping the great players around me." Very Tom Brady-esque. Shannon, should Mahomes prioritize winning over being the NFL's highest paid player?
Pat Mahomes should prioritize what's important to Patrick Mahomes, Skip. But they make it seem like Pat Mahomes making $5 an hour. Hell, Skip, he got a $450 million contract. He's making $45 million a year.
It was still team-friendly.
It was. But see, here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, yeah, I break the bank. Now I lose Travis Kelce. I lose Chris Jones.
Okay.
Now what have I done? I'm making a ton of money, but I'm losing games. He said, but this is what he knew. As long as he kept his nose clean, they're going to come back and see him. Y'all really thought that he was going to play all 10 years under this deal. Really? Y'all know how they do them quarterbacks. They take care of them quarterbacks. They're going to come back.
They will.
They're going to come back and revisit this, Skip.
Yep.
And plus, he has the luxury of having something that most of them don't. He does $20 million a year in endorsements off the field.
He does.
So he ain't missing no money. Yeah, they're going to take care of him. He's about to be the highest paid. They might make the contract, Skip, 10 years, $750 million.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes has said legacy is important to him. Skip, at the end of the day, yeah, he can have a boatload of money, but how is he going to be remembered? He's like, man, I got a chance. I don't know if I'm going to catch him, but I got a chance to catch old GOAT. Because I'm in front of his pace, Skip. You know, at the Olympics, Skip, you see him swimming. He's ahead of world record pace. Patrick Mahomes is swimming. He's in front of the line.
Still a long way to go.
He got a long way to go, Skip. But he's in front of the line right now.
Okay, I got it. But this whole philosophy is what I respect most about this kid, and he's still a kid.
Yeah.
And I credit my old friend Lee Steinberg, his agent, for helping shape his view and his perspective on this, because he is wise beyond his years.
Yes.
Listen, the money will take care of itself.
Yes.
You can't get greedy too early, because the pot of gold is at the end. It's sitting out there. If you could win 8 Super Bowls, you'd go down as the greatest ever. I mean, some people already think he is the greatest ever.
Let's take this for the sake of argument, Skip. When he does this deal, let's just say he goes and say, you know what? I want to blow the market away. That's team friendly. I ain't doing no team friendly. So guess what? He ain't gonna have Chris Jones because he left money on the table so they can keep Chris Jones.
Yeah.
He not gonna have Trav. He probably wouldn't have had Tyreek. One of them had to go early. Now Tyreek ended up getting traded, Skip.
Yeah.
But so he took a team-friendly deal, so y'all can keep these great players around me. That increases my chances of winning MVPs, winning Super Bowls. You remove that, now I'm just the highest-paid quarterback that ain't doing nothing.
You just said you can make $20 million just off the field alone.
That's what he made.
And watch that.
Only Brady makes more.
And watch that skyrocket as you win a third and a fourth.
Yes.
You're a good guy.
Right.
You're well-liked. You handle yourself well. You're mature beyond your years. You got it all.
Yes.
There's no reason to hold them hostage. There's no reason to go to the bitter end with them on some
and they'll be right back.
battle.
He's going to do another deal. And guess what? In 3 years, Skip, they're going to be right back. We having this conversation again, having this same conversation. And Patrick Mahomes will be like, hey, I'm good. I done got 2 more Super Bowls in front of my belt.
He is in a sweet spot.
He in the catbird seat.
He is. It's the catbird.
If you ever seen him for catbird seat, he in it.
He's in it.
Indeed he is, guys. The countdown to the NFL season is on. We've got the schedule. Now we will see how everything shapes up with these OTAs that are underway and mini camps. Okay, speaking of which, Adrian Peterson, gentlemen, one of the great running backs ever, right? Do you think we'll see him get signed by a team this season? That's next, right here on Undisputed. Player inside their own 25, that would give them a touchback at the 25. Reed said, quote, "My thing is, where does it stop, right? We'll see how this goes. You don't want to take too many pieces away, and you'll be playing flag football." They're trying to avoid concussions, cut down on them as much as possible. But Shannon, do you agree with Andy Reid?
I do. And Skip, and you know how I feel about special teams. That's how I cut my teeth in the NFL.
Yep.
Before I became what I became as a tight end, I was on the special teams. And I get it. Guys are running faster. They're bigger. Even though you can't take off when the kicker takes off, you got to wait till he kicks the ball before you take off running. So you got a standstill. It's not like where you could line up 10, 15 yards and have a head of steam. but still, you're talking about guys running 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 40 that can still generate that kind of speed because that's a 40-yard dash by the time you get down there to the guy. And they're trying to eliminate some of these kinds of collisions because they're seeing start to increase again.
Yep.
And the last thing they don't want another $1 billion, $2 billion concussion lawsuit.
Yep.
But Andy's saying, well, damn, that's the whole purpose of having these kickers. The kickers have gotten really good at their job, Skip, because they can punch it up there and you get the ball at the 5-yard line, right on the sideline.
Yep.
They're being able to pin you down. And they're like, well, damn, what good is all this, Skip, to try to get the ball there to punch you, keep you back in your territory?
Yep.
If I put it down at the 5-yard line, you fair catch it, you come out to the 25. That doesn't seem fair to the opposing team, but they're saying, you know what, fair, go ride the merry-go-round at the fair. NFL, we're trying to protect the players.
Yep.
And so we'll see how it works out. Andy say, hey, we'll give it a try for a year. John Harbaugh, who cut his teeth as a special teams coach, say they voted against the rule also.
Yep.
So Andy Reid is one of the most respected coaches in the NFL. Andy doesn't do a whole lot of complaining. He
does not.
About a whole lot of things. So this really had to rankle him in a way.
When I saw Big Red, as in Andy Reid,
Yep.
go all the way to red flag, as in red flag football,
Right.
I'm like, what? Andy Reid said that?
Right.
Couldn't wait to hear what the Hall of Famer sitting across from me had to say about the potential of the game you played turning into touch football, flag football.
Because, Skip, I mean, the thing, look, what they're trying to do, because that is the most dangerous element of the NFL,
Yep.
is the kickoff. Skip, they're really trying to find a way to eliminate it.
They are.
They just haven't found a way. How do we take the kill? Because, Skip, they still run them back sometimes. You know, it's still an exciting play. Sometimes the guys take it to the house. They go 100 yards, 102 yards.
Sometimes.
But damn, that's not the right value. There's not enough reward for the risk because the likelihood of you running it back is not as great as someone getting a concussion on that same play.
Yep, I got you. I'm an old school, lifelong, diehard NFL fan, college football fan. I want some element of danger preserved in the game you played because it's just part and parcel of the attraction to what it is.
It is.
I don't know if violence is too strong a word, but I want some element of contact.
It is. It's organized violence.
It is. Okay, I got it.
What the hell you think it is?
You've got 2 artificial hips or 1?
Two.
Two. You got, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there you
got
go.
an artificial eye socket, too.
Okay, all right, there you go. That's the price you're going to have to pay, and you would pay it again.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so I slept on this, and I thought, okay, could I give up the kickoff? Because to your point, it's the one high-speed, full-speed collision on the field that is constant.
What are you going to do about the onside?
You'd have to eliminate it.
Well, how am I going to get the ball? If I'm down by, I score a touchdown. I'm down by 6. I'm down by 7. I'm down by 3. How I get the ball back? I just got to give you the ball back?
Well, they've got all these gimmicky proposals of you could give them the ball and they have to make.
Oh, you go 4th and 15 or such and such.
You got to make a 4th and 15.
Because that's another dangerous play. Because now, Skip, you're closer.
Okay.
And guess what? You look at the ball. The guys are right there. You're like.
Yeah. Where we're heading is they're going to do away with the kickoff, and they're just going to say you can start every possession at, say, the 20. It could be the 25, but I think they'd say the 20. Just you can have the ball at the 20, and let's see what happens. It's going to eliminate a whole sort of subculture of those special teams players, and it might cost some jobs.
Steve Taskers, the Billy Bates,
all those,
because I mean, Skip, I wouldn't have made it without special teams.
You wouldn't have made it. Okay. Would that take that much away from the ebbs and flows of the normal game? No, not really, because there's still going to be high-speed collisions involved from down to down as you're playing offense and defense.
The special teams, people want to see touchdown passes. That's what they want to see.
All right, so here's the ultimate hypothetical. Could you ever see a day in maybe the distant future, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years, I don't know, from now, when the NFL, because of the liability of lawsuits, because too many ex-players are suing for concussions or whatever injuries you went through, that they decide to, let's just make it